No pen, no gain. Fair point. The pen is mightier than the sword and all that. To fend off tourists, a town in Japan is building a big screen blocking the view of Mount Fuji. How big is the screen? Because, you know, mountain. That is pretty funny. They're tired of tourists, so the solution is just to pretend that it's not there. Nothing to see here, move along. Jesse James West just won thumbnail of the year. Training in the streets of France. Touché, sir. Touché. The prequel Training in Compton was a contender also. This guy. Introducing the new female bodybuilding star, Natalia Kovaleva.
Well, the difference is 39 kilograms. I'm not asking how it was better before or after. Let's call it youth versus maturity.
And a bit more, methinks Natalia. I love your muscles, very good gains, where do you live? Life lesson number 1, do not give that man your address. The new TikTok thing right now is to ask people whether they'd rather be stuck in the wilderness with a bear or a man.
Bear versus man debate, I would obviously choose the bear.
I hope by bear you mean this guy.
So I'm an ecology major and I know way too much about bears, like way more than the average person. And I would still choose the bear.
Our education system is doing well then, because you don't want to come face to face with a bear, do you? Introducing a bodybuilder on a night out. That was lifetime natty vegan bodybuilder Paul on his road to being an IFBB pro. That is some powerful tofu. LeBron James is a great basketball player. Not sure his success is down to his squats though. That is what you call get a new trainer, LeBron. I call this next clip lights, camera, action. I'm just leaving that one with you. When you find out you can use PEDs in boxing, Bradley joking about the Ryan Garcia situation. I think the biggest story there is Bradley Martin doing cardio. Well, the weights were unavailable that day. Got to be flexible in the gym and all that. And yes, Bradley Martin thinking he can box is the layered joke in there. I have no idea how to sum up Ryan Garcia's last 6 months. He was behaving erratically, but then revealed on a podcast that he was just trolling everyone.
And I was not going to budge for nobody. It doesn't matter if I went on his podcast, anybody's podcast, I was acting like sporadic.
He did a Joaquin Phoenix Joker, basically. Then he won a huge fight and then failed the PD test. All in a day's work. Everyone's favourite level-headed fitness influencer Conor Murphy recently moved to Southeast Asia under the tutelage of Dr. Tony Tiny Huge. It seems to have gone well. He made the news. Crazy stuff has been alleged against him, with pretty damning footage. Whilst his house resembles a teenager's bedroom, I do not think you're getting your deposit back. Let's just say that his garden experienced a session of crazy golf.
Homie looking like Pennywise.
Johnny Bravo has the story for those of you interested. Not even Connor's aesthetics will save him from this one.
Am I fake natty or you just don't work hard enough?
Is that an impossible to answer question? Like, what's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? No one knows. 50-50. Can I phone a friend? And why are you asking me this poignant question whilst in the bog? In this week's Mind to Mirror Connection, worst part about the gym at home is old men staring. Sick face, sick face, sick face anyways. He's staring up at the screen showing sports, or what is known in modern Latin as watching the TV. But don't let that stop you making quality content, because the talent needs to work and all that.
2 types of guys at the gym.
Extra 1 and 2. I mean, there's attention seeking and then there's this. That was my favourite content creator, Sandra Fit. And to be fair, her TikTok has improved recently. Talking of extras. Alex Eubank's mogged in the gym. Mogged. Okay, I thought that was a bit harsh then.
Like, bro, come on. It's just mad weird to film like another person in the gym, bro. Like, I can't have peace with none of that. That's wild. But hopefully this helps get your video the attention that want it.
Famous fitness model standing over there. Let's film him and show that I'm bigger than him. Next.
We all make mistakes. We all make jokes. We all do things that maybe we shouldn't do, but that doesn't mean that we should be banned from gyms. He's getting people banned. Like, he's going out his way and calling to make happen where he's getting people banned from gyms. That's insane to me.
No, he's teaching adults how to behave in a public facility.
And remember, it's not me getting them banned, it's their actions and the gym that bans them.
Indeed. Get well soon, Mr. Swoll. Best wishes, and what a good job that guy does. I made a video on my other channel using my expert eyesight to analyze alleged recent UFO sightings. You can see the lights on the edge of the craft, and the vehicle seems to be rotating, which could make it a triangle shape. I will now use my digital design skills to reproduce what I think this craft looks like. Linked below and above. There is a new meta-analysis comparing full body sessions to splits, not those. Splits meaning training certain body parts on certain days. It found that when volume is equated, muscle growth was similar, which highlights that training program is again a matter of personal preference, which involves many variables specific to you. And again, regardless of whether you're using full body or splits or whatever it may be, focus on the basics, your progressive overload, hitting muscles from different angles, consistency, adequate protein intake, for example. Find a training schedule that fits your needs and focus on the consistency, focus on the basics, and don't suffer from paralysis by analysis. There is another huge gym apparel company called Youngla or Young LA or whatever, Gymshark 2.0 basically, sponsoring athletes, let's call them, who promote nonsense to their impressionable audiences. So this guy's open about being enhanced. Peak Gymshark vibes, except we don't claim natural. But what you do is show and glorify your PED use in your social media content.
Alright, this is the moment of truth though. Do we make it through? It's what's in the bag. You've been stopped, boys.
And again, these are guys in their early 20s showing that being enhanced at that age can lead to lucrative sponsorships. And they're going to have impressionable members of their audience who are going to look up to them and want to do the same thing. His page is full of an arrogance towards PED use in his early 20s, and Youngla are right there supporting him. Some natural lighting from Myatas. Daily gear edits returning soon, which leads me to everyone's favourite natty influencer, who is apparently nothing but consistent when it comes to the fake genre.
Fa Fakeness.
Welcome to the show.
It featured her on the page somewhere last year because there were a few photos on her page that we found that had very obvious edits. But we're not talking about photos anymore. We're talking about videos. Let's take a look. Kilos on the left, and barbell on the bottom, and barbell on the top. And that's these fake foam plates from Amazon. So congratulations, Fafa. More fake, edited lies on your page to sell your training while you claim to be natural. Good job.
Never believe anything you see on social media, basically.
So today we welcome Sean Mike Kelly. He owns a podcast called Digital Social Hour, 11.2 million followers. Wow. Sean's got quite the racket going. He has a podcast. He invites guests in the podcast by reaching out to them via DM. But when their guest accepts, they send them this questionnaire. Very normal questions in the questionnaire. What's your name? What's your email address? But at the bottom, if you're selected, there's a non-refundable $6,000 appearance fee that you have to pay to Sean to be on his show. You filmed this podcast with 350,000 views. One problem, there's no comments and 350,000 people saw it? Here's another one with 350-some-thousand. Let's see the comments there. They're all fake bot comments from Indian accounts.
So why this caught my eye was that I saw that Derek was just on that podcast. And there are only 2 comments on the clip of him from one profile with 11 million followers on Sean's page. A bit unusual, I'd say.
But wait, his podcast is topping the charts. Let's look at the reviews. All of these reviews are from spam accounts. Look at the names. If you look up his Social Blade, he was buying nearly 1 million followers a week for like 10 weeks in a row.
Derek is an honest guy, so it'd be interesting to know, did he pay $6,000 to be on that podcast? What was his experience of it? And in any case, his platform genuinely does have regular engagement, so he doesn't need the outreach from that alleged fake podcast anyway. And to end...
Dog, because it's really all these treadmills. And you want to be right here. Why? Why did you choose this one out of all of these? You want to be right here? Like, for real? For real? All these treadmills, and you want to be right there? That's so weird. For real? My vibe.
I get that it can be nice to have no one next to you, especially when there are others free, but if you stopped your social media whining and just actually exercise, then there's no difference. This is a literal case of love your neighbour as yourself. I'm James Linker. I'll see you soon.